I like you. I like sex. It's nice.
Hello, fellow Hollywood fans. Today we have a treat for you. We have unearthed the most obscure secrets from the depths of movie production. You see, not everything that is filmed makes it to the final cut. Comic book movie fans are no stranger to the devil of editing. So, we have collected the 10 deleted scenes from all over the industry for you to enjoy. But bear in mind, viewer, these are not your average deleted scenes. From stolen kisses to gruesome deaths and everything in between. We have here only the most salacious and scandalous happenings of the lot. You wouldn't believe that these scenes would have been shot. The first one comes from Star Wars Episode 9, Empress Palpatine ascends to the throne.
The time has come!
By now, we could say that the fans have had very little love for the character of Rey, but her acumen as a Jedi is proven. After all, Luke took the young Jedi under his wing. However, there were rumors that this new Jedi would soon give into the dark side. A lot of promotional content for Rise of the Skywalker hinted at a dark side Rey. But when we saw the movie, it became clear that this was just a fear of Rey. The dark side persona was used as a boogeyman throughout the movie to emphasize this fear. But Disney released a behind-the-scenes image, which hints that there might have been more to the story. In this image, J.J. Abrams can be seen talking to a dark side Rey. But this is a dark side version of her in full Empress clothing. She seems to have taken up the role of a Sith Lord and is sitting atop the throne, much like her grandfather, Emperor Palpatine. It is possible that this scene was shot to emphasize her fear, but it is possible that there was an entire storyline involving Empress Palpatine that was scrapped. Up next, we've got Captain America Civil War, Zemo's alternate introduction.
Report, December 16, 1991. Who are you? My name is Zemo.
We saw Zemo steal the Red Winter Soldier book by murdering General Vasily Karpov. But in an alternate scene, he would have stolen it from an auction in Jakarta. He would have used poison gas to massacre the attendees of the auction. But it's good that the scene was removed. We already saw Zemo cause an explosion at the UN summit. So the scene would have been more of the same. Instead, it was nice to see Zemo do something personal and gruesome to the former Hydra agent. For the next one, I'm gonna mention Borat the porno shoot.
There's one scene I always liked, and I had this dilemma whether to put it in the final cut. In the end, it didn't make it, but there was a scene where Borat was trying to get work. He was out of money.
Not a lot of things are off limits for Borat. The crazy journalist and his creator Sacha Baron Cohen have been through some crazy times. So imagine our surprise when the actor revealed in an interview with Conan that there is a porno skit of Borat that never made it into the movie. This deleted scene involved Borat taking part in an adult film to supplement his income. But Borat refused to perform, unless his co-actor had some pubes, as it were. The entire scene is quite raunchy and has the kind of situational comedy that Borat is known for. But the reason it was cut out was because of the actress putting her foot down when Borat mentions that he has contracted syphilis 24 times. No one should risk their health for a good time. Remember that, kiddos! Number 4. Horrible Bosses 2. Dr. Julia Harris is a predator.
Hi.
She also told me that my husband is the only one that ever resisted her.
Okay.
One of the most sinister things in Horrible Bosses is the character of Jennifer Aniston, Julia. She is more than a horrible boss. She is a sexual predator who constantly tries to have coitus with Charlie Day's character, Dale Arbus. But the problem is that he does not want to cheat on his wife. So Julia takes every opportunity that she can get. This includes her character exploiting Dale when he is in a coma. But owing to the non-consensual nature of the sex scene, it was removed from the final cut. I mean, we can't blame them. Next, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Jon Stewart's Green Lantern.
Can I help you?
Steppenwolf's arrival is not the end. It's merely the beginning of the upcoming war.
Despite getting complete reins over his cut, Zack Snyder could not use one particular scene in his film. We got Martian Manhunter as the ultimate cameo of Justice League, but fans were disappointed about Green Lantern. We did get Yalin Gur in the history lesson, but as for the Green Lantern cameo in the present day, we never got to see who DCEU's Green Lantern was. All we got was Kilowog's dead body in the nightmare sequence. But Snyder had shot a cameo for Jon Stewart's Green Lantern with actor Wayne T. Carr. But Warner Bros. Once again didn't allow him to use it because they've got Jeff Johns' Green Lantern series arriving on HBO Max. What I don't understand is that if WB doesn't intend to continue Snyder's vision, then why would a Green Lantern cameo have mattered at all? They are running a multiverse, and it's easy to understand that this John Stewart would have been a part of a different universe than the show. It's just that their decision making seems so stupid sometimes. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Logan, the death of Jean Grey.
Careful, you're speaking to a man who ran a school for a lot of years, right, Charles?
The death of Jean Grey is one of the highlights of the original X-Men trilogy. But there was supposed to be a sinister Easter egg in Logan pointing to that moment. When the characters are eating with the family that were kind enough to help them, the family asks them if Logan was ever married. In the original scene, Professor X was supposed to tell everyone that he was married to Jean Grey, but he ended that marriage by killing her, much like how he did in the original trilogy. This scene did not make it to the final cut, presumably because it was somber, but did not do much to advance the story of the characters. Although I'd like to advance with Alien Crab Walk, Alien. Alien is one of those movies which does atmosphere really well. But the thing is that this immersion can be broken very easily. The key phrase here is, less is more. This makes sense, and is ample reason for the director to have deleted a scene where the alien can be seen walking. The xenomorphs are usually seen lunging and hanging off ceilings, so having them walk like a crab was a weird choice. Thankfully, the director caught the mistake in post-production and removed it from the final cut. Number 8 is The Dark Knight Rises, Matthew Modine's death.
There's only one police in this town.
The Dark Knight Rises is not a conservative film by any measure, but the director did cut out some parts that were too extreme to avoid an NC-17 rating. One of those was the death scene of Peter Foley. The New York cop is killed by Talia al Ghul at the end of the movie. However, we never got to see how that happened. We just saw him lying in this funny posture. But according to Matthew Modine, his character was hit by a car and landed on the pavement with a sickening thud. The censor board thought that this was too extreme to include in the movie and deserved an NC-17 rating. So, Christopher Nolan made the decision to delete the scene to gain a PG-13 rating. Well, we would have been glad to see some of it though. Another crazy scene that got removed from WB's horror thriller, It, Pennywise Eats a Baby. The primordial demon who took the form of a clown to haunt our dreams did some crazy things. His actions have terrified the world over. But it is just a movie, and remembering that helps you fight the fear. However, there was a scene that was so gruesome that it was never included in the final cut. Bill Skarsgård explained on a podcast that Pennywise was supposed to eat a baby. This young girl was to be devoured in front of her mother. Even though the scene was shot, it was deemed too extreme even for an R-rated movie. So it was left on the cutting room floor. Now, last but not least, we've got Suicide Squad, the Harley Quinn Deadshot affair.
This is crazy.
What was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices.
Anyone who has seen Batman Assault on Arkham and Suicide Squad is well aware of the sexual tension between Deadshot and Harley Quinn. Many fans thought that this would culminate into an affair in the movie, much like it did in the animated film. However, the final cut of the movie had nothing more than some passing flirtatious comments. So, imagine our surprise when a leak shared the image of Harley Quinn and Deadshot kissing. Suicide Squad apparently had a scene where Margot Robbie and Will Smith shared a kiss, but it was removed from the final cut. It was probably to send Harley along with Joker. We wonder why David Ayer's story choices were overridden by the studio only to make a subpar movie. I guess that is what happens when the studio does not have a clear view of what they want to achieve with their cinematic universe. Okay, that's all from us. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!